Never knew that it could feel this way when you're lying next to someone. Give me every detail, I won't judge you, as you know. I could stay forever when you're lying in my arms. When you make that smile, so just stay for a little while. So just stay for a little while.
I didn't think that I would find that someone who's as honest as you are. The way you make me feel at night when I am vulnerable and it's cold outside, but you make it alright. I wanna know you better. Give me every detail. I won't judge you, as you know.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Y'all caught me. I'm sitting in here trying to work out. I started this video actually in the car doing car chronicles, and then I said I need to reshoot my intro. So now I'm in here in the, I'm about to say the gym. We're turning my garage into a gym, so that's why it's so much crap behind me, because look, weights on the bench and all kind of stuff going on. But that's all to help myself physically be fit if something were to happen and we had to bug out and say our vehicle broke down and we have to trek. I want to be, you know, able to do that. So let's get into the video. But before we do, let's go over a few things before we get real deep. We are at a point, well, let's do some housekeeping. If you could please take a moment of your time. It is free 99. I feel like I'm begging all the time, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. Go ahead and hit that like button and share this video out. Leave some comments down below. The best way you can help this channel is by hitting the like and sharing it out. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you'll know when I upload a video. So now that we got that covered, things are getting hectic, okay? Not just here in the United States, but in other countries as well. People are now being given the ration card. Remember I talked about this months ago. I kind of hint on it every few videos. I'll bring up the ration card because the ration card is becoming more of a reality for a lot of countries. Could it become one here? I don't know. But it is becoming one there. So could you imagine someone handing you a card and the card says you can only shop on a certain day? Let's say the day is Wednesday for that week, because you only get the card every 5 to 7 days. So you get that card and it says you can only shop on Wednesday. You can only get this amount of food. And plus you need to be home by 6 o'clock because there is a curfew. Oh, and by the way, you can't use your vehicle. Dilemma, can you say? I can't even imagine my thoughts that would run through my head. How can I get there? I know the lines are going to be long. I know it's going to be difficult in the store because everybody's going to be in there and everybody's rushing, trying to get home and, you know, trying not to miss out on what they need for their household. What do you do? So check this next clip out and leave me some comments below.
These cards are dated May 1st to May 5th. Each household can only take one card. We're now mixing up these cards. After the shuffling, one can draw a card, and whichever day you get is the day for you to go shopping.
So y'all, I'm out here working out now on my elliptical, but I want to say they are playing games with your life. Is that what you want people to do? You know, with telling you how much you can eat, when you can go get it, and all this, that, and the third. Prep up now so that you're not in that predicament. You see that water supply back there and down below it? I got to add to that. What do you need to add to in your pantry? I'm in my garage right now, but what do you need to add? Figure it out. Make a plan, write it down, pray about it, ask God to lead you in whatever direction you need to go in, because ultimately that direction is life or death for you and your family.
This is used for shopping only. Each household can only go out once every 5 days. After you have been to the mall for shopping, this card will be taken back. If you are unhappy with the card you get, you're free to exchange with each other. Be back before 6 o'clock and no driving.
So now the question is, how do I get there? I can't use my vehicle. I gotta walk, ride a bike, or whatever, but I can't use my vehicle. How do I get to the store, and how do I get back by 6 p.m.? Mind you, everybody that they've allowed out of lockdown, that is getting these same cards and are going to the store on the same day that I'm going, the majority. How do I get what I need to get? I got to first walk there. I got to have something to carry the food with. I got to then try to get in the store to get the food. Then I got to try to walk home and get home by 6 o'clock because there's curfew. What do you do when the lines are extremely long? These are all things that people over there are facing. Now, could that happen here? Who's to say what could happen here? Because we didn't think a whole pandemic could happen here, some of us. So I don't understand some people's mindset when it comes to, well, the government will take care of us. They will make sure we have what we need. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Check this clip out.
Restrictive measures in related districts and towns are being relaxed, and people can go out to buy groceries for a limited time. They, however, have to move very fast. Sometimes it's a long way to get to the grocery store. Look, long lines in this community. In this video, two older women are cursing because it takes them 30 minutes to get out of the home to the supermarket, 2.5 hours to wait in line, and at least 30 minutes to get inside the supermarket to buy food. They don't have enough time to get home by 6 o'clock.
What kind of animal came up with this absurd idea to disqualify people from shopping after the time limit? After leaving home, it takes me 30 minutes to run to the supermarket, and I have to wait in line for 2.5 hours. It takes at least 30 minutes to get inside the supermarket to buy. There isn't enough time to get home.
Oh, and did I say I live about 30-40 minutes away from any store in any direction and can't use my vehicle on this country road? Y'all, we better get it together, and we better get it together real quick, fast, and in a hurry, okay? Prayer means everything, okay? You wake up in the morning and you give thanks to God for waking you up, and you ask him, what can you do better today that you didn't do yesterday? Which direction do I need to go in to better myself first and to better my family? Our souls are at stake. And I'm not trying to get religious and spiritual, but our souls are at stake. Our families' lives are at stake. And people are going to play games with your life. So now let's discuss what's going on when it comes to people who financially are on the lower end of everything. Food's going to be harder to get for them. Food's going to be harder to get for anybody, even if you are over here and you're on that level. You're dependent on a food bank, or you're dependent on whatever resources to get food into your home. You're going to fall in between the cracks. You're going to be somewhat of the forgotten. And then when you do get you're going to have to ration whatever it is you're getting. In this next clip, people are having to ration their food. They get one cucumber and 3 people have to share that one cucumber. I cannot even imagine having to share. I cannot imagine having to share one cucumber with 2 people, yet alone 3. So I'm showing you this because things are difficult over there. Things are probably going to get difficult over here as well. Will it be as harsh as what they're dealing with? It probably won't be, because the majority of people are stocking up, do have things in their home that they can feed their family with. It's just a matter of how much do you have, and how long will it last you, how you can ration your own food as opposed to having government do that for you. Check this clip out.
Other districts in Shanghai are still under strict lockdown. Many people, especially those at the social bottom, are living in hunger, including migrant workers, people with little income, and elderly people with little to fall back on. In this part of Shanghai, after 30 days of lockdown, the peasant workers finally received some supplies from the government. That is, a bag of cucumbers, and 3 people are asked to share one cucumber.
Check on your elderly neighbors, family, and friends. See if they have, go talk to them. See if they have food in their house. Most are living on a monthly income. Most can't afford to pay bills and get food. I know when my mom was living on her own, she had 1 check a month. She had to pay bills with, she had to get food with. She relied on the food bank. Even though we would buy her food, she still relied on the food bank. She just always believed in having extra in her house. Not just what she bought or what we bought her, but anytime she could get extra, that's what she did.
26 people are given a total of 2 trays of eggs and 2 bags of rice. Golden Light 7th Brigade has been locked down for a month. All they were given are these eggs and rice.
So one, I get it. You can do a lot with some eggs and some rice, but for 26 people, 2 containers of eggs and rice? I mean, I don't know. And I have a whole nother video on the one thing that is keeping us from being in a full-blown crisis. Like, we in a semi-crisis, but a full-blown food crisis is one thing keeping us from that. And I'll do another video on that. So check this clip out, because the higher up people, those people, oh, they get the pick of the litter when it comes to the food. And it don't cost them nothing. Why is that? Why is it that the small man, or should I say, the lower income people have to do more to get stuff than it is the people who are higher up and can afford to buy their food? I don't know. Not judging, just asking a question. Check this clip out.
First, they take care of their higher-ups and those who have power and influence. This is the most important principle for Chinese officials to follow at all times, even in the midst of an epidemic. This video shows residents of a building in Shanghai where top officials reside, receiving a variety of supplies, all for free.
So the higher-ups are getting good quality food, you know, the pick of the litter. Lower income people, people with less, are getting scraps, and what they're getting is disgusting. Okay, they're saying they're getting tendons, they're getting whatever, and they have huge tapeworms in there. That's what they're getting, some of them. What's happening to all the food? We're going to get into that in a minute too.
They can't escape from expired food and poor quality food. This is the tendons of pork. Tendons? You try it. This is the worm, okay? It's a worm, okay? Do you see the worm in the lunchbox? They are parasites. We have found another one.
So now let's talk, where did all the food go? Because I recall them saying that food was being stockpiled for their citizens in the event of emergency, and yet people are going hungry, people are starving. There is a food shortage. Where's all the food that they had stored up to give people in the event that they distribute food to people in the event of emergency? Well, this next clip is gonna touch on a lot of that. I asked that question in a different video, and now I think I found the answer. Just like in most places, people are going to take, hoard things that are supposed to be for everyone, for themselves. They're going to do it for themselves and their families. So stock your food up.
In the face of a general food shortage, some neighborhoods have decided to give special supplies to the residents. For example, on April 22nd, this neighborhood in Shanghai gave 1,212 households a toilet, one for each family. The residents were baffled by this, as there was a shortage of food and supplies.
I can't even begin to try to make that make sense, you guys. I don't understand that one myself.
What is the reason for giving out toilets? The management and distribution of supplies are usually done by the residential committee of the neighborhood, and the supply sites are set up in the local community in general. During the epidemic, residents found that many of their neighborhood committees received supplies from their higher-ups. But instead of providing them to residents in a timely manner, they tried to hide, hoard, and divert most of the supplies, or quietly divide the supplies amongst themselves.
And see, that's what I'm talking about right there. People are going to look out for themselves. So if you're not already preparing your home to take care of your people within your home, or, you know, maybe close extended family or something, you need to get on that right away. Because if you're going to sit and say, well, you know, if something happens, FEMA will roll out and we'll get all this help from FEMA and the government. Yeah, FEMA probably has done a lot better, but we all know what FEMA has done. And in the event of a crisis, you don't know what people will do within that organization to make sure their family has. They're going to provide for their family while you're sitting there waiting on them to show up at your doorstep and maybe give you a box of food that's supposed to last you 30 days.
They have become quite savvy, paying attention to details. For example, the tags on the donation boxes have been removed to make it easier to sell them later.
Look at all the food hidden inside. No wonder we have no food. Look! Wow! Post them online. What on earth are these officials doing? The food smells.
So now we know, yes, they did get the food, but some people were diverting food to their own home as opposed to, you know, giving it out to the community where it's so desperately needed. And while they are coming out from under a lockdown, a lot of the country is still in a lockdown. Ports are barely moving as far as getting goods out. And when it comes to the shortages that we're seeing over here, I expect them to ramp up the middle of summer into fall and definitely into the winter, because people are going to then feel and see that farmers have not been able to produce the food that they usually would have been producing. So I'm going to end this video. Y'all keep preparing, getting what your household needs. Prep what you eat what you prep. Grow what you eat what you grow. Preserve your food. Get your medications. Get any car parts that you might need if you have an older car like I do, and you need to have that repaired just to save you some money. Find somebody that can do it for you, or learn to do it yourself. I guess I'm just lucky that my husband knows how to do that stuff. But get those things that you need for your home, a way to cook your food, a way to store your food. Just prepare, you guys. There's nothing wrong with preparing for something. If nothing happened and all else fails, you will have food to either share with your community or have for a rainy day. So take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the very next video, which will be coming really soon. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video out, as it can help others who may not be thinking on the lines of what you're thinking. And if you can't convince them yourself, maybe this video will. Who knows? Love you, but God truly loves you more.